2, 1, reveal the character.
Oh!
Hey guys, welcome back to another video where today we are back in Rainbow Friends. That's right, we are back here, as you can see, the RP version of the game, because obviously you don't get attacked when you're trying to do stuff, which is a great plus. Plus, on top of that plus, double plus, it means we can actually have some time to just have a quick look at this before we go into the actual exciting part of the video, which is going to be us making Pink. Now, I know Pink is a fan-made kind of creature at the moment, but, and I say but here, basically because the texture and the design is very similar to the others, which we'll go and have a look in a second, and it's got a jump scare, to me that says there's a very high probability of it being in a chapter 2, which they must be creating because it's such a success. The reason I'm stood here is obviously we got the 5 colors, and I know we've kind of gone through these in different theories, and you've given me your opinions, which is all fair, and one of them is in fact that this isn't pink, but kind of indigo. To me, it's a kind of pinky color. I mean, it suits perfectly for what we've got. So for number 5, I still think personally it's for pink, and what we have through here, which I'm sure many of you at this point have played this game because it's absolutely fantastic, playing one of the characters, obviously in Rainbow Friends, and what we have over here is an unused character number 1. Now, there's obviously 2 at the moment, and I haven't really used number 2, so I will probably have a look at that in a bit more detail, but for now, we want this one here. So what we're going to do is just kind of focus on this particular character, i.e. how it looks, the walking animation, more importantly with the looks of his eyes, and the jump scare is quite a nice touch, but I'm not going to be replicating that because it's obviously Robloxian Highschool, so we can do kind of how it looks like this, but not this part here, because that is just completely something else, even though it's really cool. Moving on to this, I want to make this in Robloxian Highschool. It's been requested by a few of you, obviously, to make it in there so you guys can be this character, and I think the hardest part's going to be is to make it kind of so the mouth kind of blends in like this. I mean, at this point in time, I noticed that he's got no arms, and the eyes kind of protrude a little bit, and the legs kind of lean forward. So stuff like this, especially when you start moving, it goes to normal. So I'm going to put for the idle, I'm going to make it so the legs are straight and not at a curve like this one, because it's going to make it very difficult to work with. If you've played Roblox in Highschool, you'll understand what I mean at this point. It's difficult to kind of get the angles perfect like this, but as soon as you start walking, it goes all skewed because it's obviously set in a different kind of direction or position that we actually need it. So yes, what I'm going to say is I want to make this in Robloxian Highschool for you guys to use, and yes, it will be free because it's not a tutorial. I'm just going to create the character for you so you can see it, and if you like it, you can download it for free, as I mentioned, because the other ones I've charged for, because they are legit. They are actual real characters of the game, so I think me spending time creating them is only fair to make them like literally like 100 coins or something. They're very, very cheap. But this pink one, I'm going to make free, and you can obviously improve on it if you don't like my version, which is fair enough, and then we can go from there. So I think what we're going to do is head into your theories. So for the first one here, we've got, no surprise really, you guys really like this particular user's theories, and it's by Murple. That's right, hashtag Murple is going to be, I think, a little trend at this point, but Murple has basically said, theory time. Did anybody ever wonder why those signs that say don't hug Blue, he might be hungry, are actually there? I mean, the place is meant for kids. The employees must know that the Rainbow Friends are something else, something alive. This means that the Rainbow Friends were created to kill on purpose. I mean, that's quite a strong accusation, if I say so myself, given that we are out at the moment pink. And as you can see quite clearly, if I was to walk around and someone was here, I wouldn't just go, hello, yum, yum, yum. Or maybe I would. You never know. But he has also said on here, he's made a Dizzy Green in Robloxian Highschool. Basically saying he's used my original green avatar. And then he says, if you want to check it out, the code is here. So obviously you guys can see the code if you want to see Murple's creation. If you want to help support him, go and buy it, because I'm sure it's on for coins. If it's free, even better. So this next theory time is to do with the last video that we had, which is about finding Blue's missing eye. So basically, this is the user here. We got Grey Bear World, and he goes, theory time. Pink was jealous of Blue's fame and cut out his eye for revenge. Or maybe Red told him / her to attack Blue. Now, these are things we're not sure, because we don't really have kind of much of a backstory, especially with Pink being that it's at the moment a fan-made model, which has got a jump scare. I have to keep saying that because it means it makes it kind of legit. This could be the case. In the picture, we obviously had Pink hiding in the top left-hand corner, but we did also have another mysterious character in the bottom right. I like this theory because it could be true. That could be why Blue has lost his eye. We got another theory here by Jax Victor. He says, theory time. What if Orange is a child? He's small, he runs fast and childlike. He is the only monster that has to be fed / cared for, and when you do feed him, he goes wild and runs around excitedly. Also, Orange is the only one who has a nest. Victor, age 6. Now what? Fair play. That's very true, and other people, including myself, have agreed with your comment. Now, actually, it's a very, very, very good point, because let's be honest, if you have a lot of sugar when you're a child, you do go absolutely berserk, and that's exactly what he does. He kind of goes berserk until he is fed, to be fair. When he gets fed, he calms down a little bit. But I really like this theory because it's actually kind of puts a spin on it. Like, obviously, the size of him, how quickly he moves around, how he kind of rests in between rounds. He's not always there like Blue and Green, who are constantly moving around. Orange is kind of only comes out when he needs to. For the last theory at this point is by Keelan Webster, and he says, theory time. Maybe the actual rainbow friends are being kept hidden somewhere, and these ones are clones that are evil. That just kind of blows my mind a little bit now I think about it. I mean, yeah, what if that's the case? What if they're caged up somewhere, wanting to just be friendly? Just like this one here. Look at this. He's so friendly. He wouldn't try and attack you. He'd just come and give you a high five. See? But maybe he's right. Maybe he's onto something. Maybe they are hidden somewhere in this facility that we haven't got to yet, because there's plenty of doors that don't really lead to anywhere around in this map, which could potentially go to where they're captured. Now, very quick thing while we're in this game. You see you've got the picture of Trenton here. I've had a few of you comment to let me know this little trick, which is really, really cool. So thank you very much for commenting to let me know. But you see how he looks here? If you look through the glass with the camera, you see he transforms into someone else with no name. This is something else. We need... Who is this particular character? Do you know? If you know who this is in the picture, can you let me know in the comments below so I can try and find out a bit more about who this stranger is?
A few moments later.
Okay, so we've moved over to Robloxian Highschool, and as you can see, we are clearly in a public server. I've obviously got the car behind me because I really like this car. Just off topic, I really like this car, and someone standing on it. That's a little bit rude. Maybe dancing on it? Nope, not having that.
12 seconds later.
Never mind, I've decided to join dancing with this character as well. But yes, so obviously we are in Robloxian Highschool, as I've just mentioned, and I'm really a bit perplexed by some of these creations, although, saying that, he looks like my orange. He might not be, but he does look very similar to my orange. It's really cool to see some of the characters that I end up creating, and you guys obviously use, and more importantly, if you manage to make them even better, simply because I like to do like a base of the character, and then you guys do so much more than I do that makes them like 10 times better. It's absolutely amazing to see. I have in fact got a pink for you to use today. That's right. So what we're going to do is very quickly turn into pink and see what you guys think. At this point, we are currently pink. Now, I know I'm in first person, but I want to kind of reveal it to you to make it a bit more exciting, and I will obviously give you the code that you need probably at the end of the video, just so you can kind of have this character if you want to use him. But what I think I'll do is I'm going to move away from the crowd that's over here, just to go a bit somewhere a little bit quieter, just so we don't get interrupted, and I can show you this character without too much grief. So what we're going to do in 3, 2, 1, reveal the character. Now, this is my version of pink in Robloxian Highschool. As you can see, with the stance stood still, the legs are apart, very similar to what we had in the game. The body's quite simple, there's no arms, and it's got a wide mouth. And as you can see, we've got a texture for the mouth there, and the eyes work really well. Now, the eyes are the pupil is a bit bigger because I've just used my old kind of blue texture. So I might make some other eyes which are slightly smaller, so there's a bit more of a white surround, which will then make it kind of more identical. But at this point in time, if I put it next to the version from the accurate Rainbow Friends RP game, hopefully you can see between the two that they are similar, not identical, but very, very similar. Now, I'm sure you're probably looking at this going, okay, I can maybe change this. I can make it slightly better, but that's absolutely fine. That's why I have got you guys the code so you can do exactly that and improve on it. So this is what you're going to want to do. Obviously, if you join Robloxian Highschool, if you don't know, because I know I've had some questions from people who don't know about this and how to claim the codes, what you want to do is head over to this blue orb that says claim outfits just over here. And at this point, click E, and then you just type in the code that I'm about to give you. So with that being said, let's get the code up now. So just to go through this, obviously it can be edited. You can do whatever you like with this. Now, the reason I haven't done a tutorial with this particular character is simply because you have to have a game pass with some of the items that I've used to move them in a certain place. And to get around that, if I make it so it's editable, you guys can buy it for free, effectively. You don't have to have the game pass to put the items in a location where I've put them, meaning that you can just simply do what you want to do to amend it and make it better. So as you can see, yep, it's editable, it's for sale, and it's free. And if I just bring this up here, you've got the code, which is 3A51E0, and that will give you my version of pink for you to use or to kind of modify. So that's why I'm going to end the video here. If you guys enjoyed it, leave a like on the video, subscribe if you haven't done so already, because it's really appreciated, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye!